Excuse me. Okay, trying this again. Let's see how it works. Whew, cold. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Show some love. Because you know I won't stick around if you don't. Daily, hi. How are you? Where are you buzzing in from? Where are you? Oh, it's cold here. Is it cold where you are? I just want to hang out tonight, if that's okay. Is it okay? I think so. I think so. Been reading about crystals. Ooh. Yes, yes. Very cold. I'm freezing. Oh. Is it cold where you are? India. Everybody in I'm pretty popular in India and in Pakistan. They love me in India. Thank you for joining me all the way from India. Oh my God, I feel so honored. That's what's up. What do you do when it's cold there in India? Do you build a fire? Do you stick your hands underneath your breast, or what do you do? It's so freaking cold here. So cold. What's going on? What's going on? What are you up to tonight? Can you hear me okay? I didn't check the volume. I should have. Um, oh, okay. Yep, it's working great. Yay. You said it's morning there? Oh, you just completed your workout and saw your notification. I love you so much for jumping in on that notification. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you. I'm bored, and I promised I'd be here on Mondays. And I have my cards, but they're just kind of sitting here. You type very good English for being from India. I love that. One of my best friends is from Pakistan, and he struggles with English. You're on vacation, you're celebrating Diwali in India. It's a Hindu festival. Wow, what do you do? Let me look up. What is Diwali? What do you do? What exactly are you celebrating? It's like a new year. Oh, wow. The Festival of Lights. Interesting. Anuki, hi, welcome back. Thanks. I know I still have the same shitty microphone. It's built into the camera. I will add one to my Amazon wish list. in Denmark. I'll be there soon. You'll see me there in Denmark very soon. Right by the prince and the princess's castle. Nice. That's a weird stereotype. We are excellent English speakers. I love it. I love it. Well, I'm not going to stereotype you here. Just an observation. Copenhagen. Okay. Copenhagen, Denmark. Yeah. Actually, we fly out of there a lot. So the frequency has changed to Godmind 777. The charge for my dinner tonight was $7.77. $7.77. The seventh heaven. Cosmic Godmind frequency in your head. In Hindu philosophy, how do you say that? Antikaharna, meaning the inner cause. Does that have a lot to do with the earthquakes that are happening? I didn't get the report for the last weekend, but there were, most in particular last week, a lot of feminine inducing earthquakes from California to Indonesia, outside of Iraq, Iran. A lot of really small earthquakes. I think the largest one was 5.6 in, oh my gosh, I can't remember. It was a 5.6 if I'm not mistaken. And then there was one that's 3.7, but if you reverse that, it's 7.3 that has something to do with God. So it's like evil, darkness is being taken away and evil is being plugged in. I mean, like on another level. I mean, good stuff is just raining down on us, but in order for that to happen, of course, the bad stuff has to be pulled out. Yes. Yes, and they are. The number 7 is also associated with empathy, sensitivity, perception, and internal analysis. I agree. And is this a significant number for you as well? Are you experiencing synchronicities of 777 and 7 alone? I think for the last 3 weeks I've been seeing 777, but I'm a life path 7, so I see 7 all the time. I'm constantly reminded of 7. My whole life is number 7. Every moment of my life is blessed. I just have to remember to count my blessings. I just have to remember. Oh. Hold on, you guys. I'm getting text messages from like really, really, really gosh. A princess? She's a princess. Hello? Yeah, are you okay? Okay, I wanted to ask for a favor. You guys, I'm gonna live. I'm in the middle of a live stream. Well, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Be a good girl. I think it's too late. Ooh, okay, well, I want juicy tidbits tomorrow. Love you. Bye. Wow. Sorry about that. It was an important phone actually waiting for. So, okay, I tried to help somebody out, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. So, yeah, as a matter of fact, with this whole synchronicity thing, um, I'm going to tell you what the spiritual, I'm going to tell you what it is. It's like a gift. These gifts coming in are like your reality, your truth. It's like the universe is showing you who you are meant to be, who you truly are. I'm just laughing because it's like I already knew. It's like the rest of the world denied me. The rest of the world thought maybe we'll just hold this one back. This one's too amazing. This one's too beautiful. This one's too awesome. This one's too smart. This one's too light. And I've been rolling with the punches. And it's like the universe is like, nah, we're not having this shit no more. So I don't know exactly what this shift is for me, but I'm definitely happier. Definitely. Um, and the connections coming in are so grand. So grand. I can't even explain it. How about for you? I want to know. And you said Diwali is not a 1 day celebration event. It's a cluster of 5 days. Let's not go into details, but it's a lot of fun. Well, I'm looking at some of the pictures. I did an image search, right? I'm an air sign. I kind of like to get the bird's eye view. Lots of candle lighting. Lots of, so from the looks of it, okay, so it's not a lot of images, but I see a lot of like happiness with it, a lot of joy, but a lot of offering energy. Hindu Festival of Lights. So, I have to ask some of my friends about this, what they are doing. So for 5 days, do you fast, Sally? Do you fast for 5 days? Or will you just feast for 5 days? I've been feasting my ass off. I traveled a little bit for some R&R, some rest and relaxation, and I totally chilled with some really big people in my life, and we just ate and 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 ate. Now I'm home. I want to go to sleep. Oh, I should have put at. Anuki, what are the shifts that you're I mean, I know you're getting this from, technical downloads and whatnot, and maybe even from social shares. I'm not sure. I want to know what are the spiritual shifts that you're feeling or you're recognizing? What's happening? Are you feeling it in your energy, in your body, in your etheric realm? Where are you feeling these shifts at? Are you seeing the manifestations of these shifts? What is it that you're witnessing? I'm seeing it all. I'm seeing it all. I just gotta watch my waistline. Man, I binged on chocolate all weekend. Feeling it all over and sensing. Hmm. Um, I think 333 and 666 is also very significant as well. But you know, first 1111 has to come in and kind of double check what it is that you really want and then assess you. Your 333 is your assessment, it's your spiritual assessment. 1111, people think, oh, it's twin flame. Oh, no, it's a snapshot of your mind. 1111 is a true snapshot of exactly who you are and what you're thinking and what you're all about in that moment. And then, you know, you'll start to see 333. Once your 1111s are done, you'll start to see 333. This is when your ascended masters are around you, you know, and people get this so misconstrued. It just pisses me off. 333 is not always a good thing. I mean, if you're a bad person and you're doing bad shit, your 1111 is going to bring in a 333 of you know, trial and jury. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily a good thing for that 333. But if you are on the good side of the 1111, your 333 is a good thing, a very good thing. It leads to your 666. Duality doesn't include fasting at all. It's quite the opposite. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Happy reunion with my inner whatchamacallit. I love it. I love it. You know, I was just around. I just traveled out of town with some family, and I was really side eyeing these people. Like, what do you want with me? And by the time the visit was over, I realized this is more than just family. This is my soul group too. Like we just opened up a whole new portal of love between us. It was just so beautiful. 666, you are out of balance and paying too much attention to certain area of your life over another, and you may have developed an over attachment. Possible. The other thing is that for 666, the other meaning for 666 is it. First of all, if you've done well on your 1111 trial and you're granted rites of passage through your 333, when your 666 comes up, it's whatever you put out, you're going to get back. Your 666 is actually sort of like a payout. All right. It's not, it's more, it's your 11, you got to take it back to 1111. If you're seeing 1111, first of all, you need to do a self assessment. You need to check yourself because that means the angels are checking you. That means you're up for judgment. That means you're up for character call. It's roll call in the spirit realm. And basically, and then when you see the 222, it means have faith, don't worry, do what you're supposed to be doing, stay on your path, trust us, just trust the change. Change is coming, or whatever. Just have faith. And then you get into your 333s. Your 333s are about, they're around you. They're seeing everything that you do. They're calculating your Akashic records. 333 is not necessarily that they're supporting you. The 333 is that they're there. They're checking on you. You're being checked. Your Akashic records are being reviewed. And then if you get 444, this is because maybe you couldn't handle that energy. Maybe it was too much energy. Maybe you're recognizing the energy. You're feeling or perceiving the phenomenon, and that's what's taking you out of balance. 444 will tell you that you're stabilizing. All right, everything is pretty much gonna stay where it's at for the moment, and you can keep moving forward. And then we're not going to get into the 555s, but if you start seeing 666 on the good side of 666, on the good side of coming from the 1111, the 666 will tell you that whatever you've put out, get ready to receive. You're gonna receive it. That you've been putting so much work into yourself, so much work into whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish or achieve, and during that free, they were deciding, does she deserve it? Does he deserve it? Are we going to give it to them or not? And of course, you have to stabilize your energy. You get tested. 555s are about being tested. You get tested. And then 555 is also a warning that you're stepping on your path or off your path as well, that you're doing something that could be harmful to you. And then when you start to see 666, it is a message that it's time. It's payout season. Basically, you're about to get paid out. So, yes, Anuki, you're right. So something unhealthy. Yeah, substance abuse or negative thought patterns. Yes, 333, you're having more, open to more spiritual experiences. Could be a sign that you're ready to start living out your life purpose. But like I said, 333 is also 333 is when you're having a visit from the Ascended Masters. The Ascended Masters are coming to basically pass judgment across you, and that's what judgment is. You're having a judgment day. Your judgment day could last over a period of time. It depends on what you've done and what you've contributed to your Akashic records. All right, dependence on what your past life was in comparison to your Akashic records now. Do they line up? Have you balanced things out? Have you healed the past life traumas, past life pains, incidences? Because we're repeating our lives. We're doing our life is in a repeat. And so the thing is that you have to change the things that repeated in your past life. And if you're not in the awareness, and then you're going to have tests, you're going to have your 555 is your test. You're going to be tested. You're going to have, witches come test you, bitches come test you, and whatever. You can't even give them little peons your attention because they don't get it. They don't have a clue. They're programmed to just come test you, and that's all they know. And so when you pass that 333, man, you got it. If you're stuck seeing 333 for a long time, that means you're not changing. You're not doing something, but you do have that spiritual support if you ask them to help you, and they will help you. They're there to help you, but you got to keep in mind they're there to judge you as well. Five, you want to be ready to embrace a change, yes, and search for the truth in your authenticity. This is a number of opportunity. You're being guided to follow your intuition more closely. 5 and 55 is usually when you're straying off your path. 555 is like, look, you're not seeing the signs and synchronicities that we're telling you. We're going to switch the game. We're making a significant change. That's when the universe comes in and basically presents new opportunities. But all of the opportunities, I think I learned this in like 5th grade. All roads lead to the Capitol House, right? I don't know how true that is. Okay, got a confirmation. It may actually be very true, but all roads eventually lead to the Capitol House, right? Because even an off-road or an unpaved or an unincorporated road leads to a main road, which leads to the Capitol House, right? So all roads lead to the Capitol House. So it's the same thing with your life path. You can stray off your life path, but you're just going to end up on an unpaved road or an unincorporated road. And eventually you're going to have to be pushed and pulled in, and whatever it takes, new opportunities, all right, changes and warnings, all right, to jolt you back onto it, to get you back on that main road, because you want to get to that ultimate destination. In our country, it's the capital, right? All roads lead to the capital. Well, in the spiritual realm, all roads lead to Source Creator. And so you want to get back on that path. So 555 is not a bad thing, but it is something you shouldn't fear, but it's something you should really pay attention to. 888. Have you recently fallen in love, or are you about to? This is a signal saying that you really want to share your life, resources, and time with someone else. Yeah, that's one of my numbers, but I have a lot of synchronicity. Okay, so 888 is also about lineage as well. All right, 888 is also about lineage. You got to keep that in mind. There are a lot of lineage abundant people, people with royal blood who have no idea that they are royal, that have no idea that they are abundant. They just think they're lucky, or they just, whatever they think. Anyway, 888 is also another reminder that you need to check your lineage, because you are attached to royal lineage, and you just can't dispel your energy in any direction. You have to be concise about where you drive your energy, because you are royal and you need to maintain that royalty. Yeah, that was a hard lesson for me to learn. I was like, woo, what? So, but once you get the lesson, of course, the synchronicities change. Anuki says 999, angel number 999 is symbolic of reaching an apex or a moment of sincere clarity. This could be a sign that your life is about to get much clearer for you. Yes, it is also symbolistic that a karmic cycle is coming to an end. 999 is very significant completion, a cycle. A cycle is about to wrap up. You're coming to an end of a cycle. And, this is Earth, karmically attached, karmically involved. It usually indicates that there's a karmic cycle, a very significant karmic cycle in your life that's coming to an end. Also, dragon tribes travel in packs of 9, but all of them have this one job description, and that's to protect this pearl. So you've got one lead dragon that will protect the pearl or hold the pearl, the keeper of the pearl, and then there's 8 other dragons, 4 on each side of him, protecting him. So you got to think about it like that. You got to think about yourself as, you're the royal or the royale. You are that pearl. You've got this one dragon, and there are 4 dragons on each side of you, and each side of this dragon who holds you, that are protecting you. They keep you. So, and these dragons represent many things. So they represent different things for different people. So Anuki, I love you for this. This is awesome. Anuki says 111. The angels want you to relax and take a more lighthearted approach to life. You do not have to figure out everything all at once. Life can unfold over time. Yes, and don't forget, it's also a snapshot. It's also a reminder that new beginnings are coming. Very strong, forced beginnings. That means there's probably something that you didn't let go of, something you were holding on to, or something that was holding on to you that is being removed. Your energy is being cleared, and a new beginning is ensuing, whether you like it or not. Doesn't always mean it's good. It depends on what you deserve. What? What? Okay. You're being weird. Okay. Anuki says 222. You may have to make a choice between 2 ideas, 2 places, 2 people that you love intensely. And many choices are not obvious or easy. Obvious, I know you meant, or easy, but they are what helps you. Oh, throat chakra. Wow. Woo. But they are what help you to grow spiritually as a person. So 222 is a real big faith number. When you see 222, you should immediately calm yourself. And there's actually 2 people showing with 2 thumbs up, but I know it's actually more, but it's because I haven't moved the page. But when you see 2, you can immediately calm down. You should really just take a breath. When you see a 2, and especially when it's multiplied, that energy is amplified. And that you got to think of 2 as right and left arms hugging you. You got to think of, your favorite spirit guide or your favorite archangel or God or whoever you want to associate that with. You got to think of that as a big hug, saying have faith. All right. And the other aspect of two is, yeah, you have to make a decision. Are you going to choose right? Are you going to choose left? Are you going to choose feminine? Are you going to choose masculine? Are you going to choose this one? Or are you going to choose that one? That is very true. But when you're not choosing, the universe will choose for you. Yeah. And the good thing about the universe choosing you is that they give you what you need, not what you want. But it hurts. It hurts really bad because it's a long, drawn out process before the universe will do it for you. That could be very painful. Anuki, HH, NSDAP members. I don't know what that is. HHS, NSDAP, I don't know what that is. It's a 555 Pentagon ruled by the underworld. Yes, skull and bones under your skin. Just saying. Yeah, it's also under, I think, the Denver airport. Denver airport is very, very evil. Very evil place. Octagon 8 spike wheel is an alchemic timber ether. Yes. Hi, Tashira. Welcome back, my love. Hello, hello. Now that she can answer questions too. Don't mind. Don't mind. I don't mind. Anuki says 000, you're on a spiritual odyssey, recognizing your own potential in taking your first courageous step into the unknown. That enlightens me a little bit because the only perception I have of 000 is just God, source, creator, energy. It is infinite universe right there. I'm very excited, especially when there's a 9 before all of that, a bunch of zeros. Everybody likes to see a bunch of zeros on their check, right? But you got to imagine that kind of excitement when the universe is talking to you as well. Imagine seeing a bunch of zeros as synchronicity and have the same response as if you were receiving a check with a numerical digit followed by a bunch of zeros. I mean, wouldn't that make your day? It's the same thing as seeing that synchronicity of a bunch of zeros. It's like God's source just communicating with you, saying hello. I love it. Hi, Tashara. I am doing quite well. Throat chakra is a little tight. I guess I don't know. I didn't speak much this weekend. I'm lying. I did. I got grilled this weekend. I got grilled, yo. I got grilled. But I like what you say, though. You're on a spiritual odyssey, recognizing your own potential and taking your first courageous steps into the unknown. So it's like the Aries, the new beginning, the Fool, taking a leap of faith. Give yourself a high five in front of your mirror each morning. Amen, Anuki. Yes. I'm learning to do that my damn self. Yeah. If you're not your biggest fan, of course, nobody's going to be a fan for you. You have to be your biggest fan, right? Most of the reasons why people are not happy in life and have miserable circumstances to discuss is because inside they're just not happy with themselves. It has nothing to do with what's going on outside. All right. I don't care what you tell me. I don't care. It doesn't even matter because it all boils. So you did? You've seen all of these numbers yesterday? I didn't chart it's 12:12 right now. I didn't chart any of my synchronicities for yesterday or for the last couple of days, but I was aware of them. Yeah, I saw a lot of 414s, a lot of 811, 911, 411. And I'll see it in the morning and I'll see it at night. in different synchronicities as well, 4 digits and 5 digit synchronicities. Wow. So let me synchronicities. Life is a circus with 3 arenas. The key is not to let yourself get dizzied or cubed by events around you. Live your life, speak your truth, and love yourself. Yes, depressed people do not know themselves. Absolutely not. And we all go through bouts of depression. It doesn't matter how high vibing we are, we all experience depression at one point or another. Depression is a derivative of self doubt. All right. It's just dark energy. You got a spectrum, right? You got a spectrum, and one end of the spectrum is light, the other end of the spectrum is dark. We all have the joy, joy of experiencing each end of the spectrum. But a lot of us don't never know where we are. We never know, or some of us, not all of us, some of us just don't know what end of the spectrum that we're at because we're so busy being that. We're not aware. There's no consciousness to it, right? So when you step outside of yourself and you recognize, wow, I'm in a really dark end of the spectrum, or wow, I'm in a really light end of the spectrum, you have to balance that out. You can't be all light all the time. You can't be all dark all the time, right? Not yesterday, the last 3 weeks. Mine were yesterday. So that means something is coming to an end. Now you have to decide what this is coming to an end. I love Feng Shui, but I use Bagua. I might be saying it wrong. Bagua. 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 Let me look it up, make sure I'm spelling. Bagua. Bagua. Yeah, Bagua. Bagua is let's see. Bagua is like taking, where's my live? Bagua is taking Feng Shui to another level. It really does. I've decorated my home in Bagua or using the Bagua principles. Is it not? Is it not? Is it because oh, it's too much. Well, whatever. All right, so it's saying that it's too much, too many words. So I'm gonna cut half, cut. And then here's the second half. Whatever. Okay, so Tashira, do you use any Feng Shui or possibly Bagua? I remember when I first learned about Feng Shui, I was actually given a book about it, and I tried some of it, and that really kind of sparked my pre-existing awakening into clarity for me. I was really able to clear out my energy and realize, wow, I'm actually awakening while I was actually doing it. But when I started doing Bagua, I took it to another level. I was able to actually, I was better at manipulating the energies and better at, I don't know, controlling the energies in my environment. So, oh my gosh, you have to learn about it, research about it, and see what fits. Also, looking at maybe your dosha, learning your dosha is a really good thing too. Your dosha, you're going to be either Vita, your dosha. I taught a class about it, but I can't remember it off the top of my head because it was all text. Yeah, your Avita and your doshas is basically a combination of different elements in three humors. It's going to either be your humors, your doshas, known as either the Veda, the Kapha, or the Pitta, the Kapha or the Pitta. And these are basically what's responsible for your physiological, your mental, and your emotional health. This is all about eating the right foods in the morning, wearing the right colors on certain days, um, and at different times of the day, how you would best respond to certain acts. Yeah, I taught about that a little bit on Facebook about 2 years ago. Learning your dosha. Now, I'll tell you the first thing. I'm aware of it. I know about it. I know it very well. And I do my very best to follow it, but I'll be the first to stray. I love chocolate. Gotta have chocolate. You can trust me around anything, but you cannot trust me around chocolate. I tore up some damn chocolate this week, and I know damn well that is not in my pita. Anyway, check it out. It's called dosha. Let me see. Let me get the technical so you can actually Ayurveda and your doshas is the technical. So I say it right. When you start to learn these principles and embody that energy, first of all, the organization of these principles into your life, you clean up your energy like that. You clean up your health, you clean up your mental health, you clean up your physical health, you clean up your environment, you clean up every aspect of you so that your spiritual awakenings can happen with such clarity. You just can't be knocked off your rocker. You can't be tipped, right? Nobody can mess with you because your temple is whole and complete, right? And this is how, remember how we talked about demonic energies? We talked about a lot of things. We talked about psychic attacks. The only way that they can even have any power over you is when you are incomplete. When you have a doorway or a portal for them, they think they do because they're stupid and they're crazy. All right. They're psychologically fried already. All right. Anybody who's demonically attached or incubus energies, they don't have a clue. They haven't got a fucking clue. You just leave them with no clue and get busy getting whole and complete. Because as you're whole and complete, your temple is untouchable. You become untouchable. So Tashira, I want you to check that stuff out. You might be ready for that. And the other thing is that I used to teach about plants. All right, plants inside the house. A lot of people don't like to deal with real plants inside the house. Well, they make a mess. They require care. It takes time. It takes patience. All right. Some people don't know what's the right one. Some people don't have the right lighting. Some people just don't know plants, right? Figure it out. If you're an earth sign, you really need to have earth plants in the house, but you have to have them in certain locations. You have to have them sanctuary. You're safe. You're at peace, and you can unzip that human suit and be your true multidimensional self. And your space is actually conducive to that. It's conducive to the healing. It's conducive to actually absorbing your empathic trauma. You come home with everybody else. You come home with trauma from driving in traffic when you're empathic. I lived in Florida, and one of my best clients actually built the highway, and $1 million client, but one of the best guys in the world. And I could call him anytime for anything. He was a very, very good friend, and I care for him. But I hated driving over this highway because I don't know if I could feel. I felt all of that energy. Like I could even feel exacerbation, and then on top of that, I could feel the other drivers. You know what I mean? I could feel all that, but it was in that one in particular. I was so connected to the builder, right? So I had a hard time driving over this highway all the time. But I would go home, I would drive that way going home, and I would recognize I'm picking this up here, try not to absorb it. But some of it you do absorb, recognizing it is absorbing it. And I would just go home and I would release it into my environment. And my environment would suck it up away from me. I had the conducive elements, the perfect wood, the perfect metal, the perfect whatever it is that I need to have in whatever corner where I choose to go sit. Bakwa is the blueprint for that. And like Anuki said, Feng Shui is the blueprint, but Bakwa takes it to another level. It takes Feng Shui to a whole nother level. All right. I wouldn't do one without the other. I would do both. Remember, the principle of Feng Shui is to allow energy flow for that chi to be able to come in and you know bring gifts. In China, the belief is that the dragon needs to flow. The dragon needs to come in to deliver his gifts, right? Kind of like Santa. Santa needs to be able to come down the chimney type of shit, right? It's something like that, all right, but not like that at all. Anyway, you love plants, and yes, they are peculiar like us. Like a plant. Man, let me tell you, I used to have fun with my plants. Water plants, I can do this with very easily. I don't even have any right now because they all died. They just didn't make it from Florida. But I had a group of, I don't think it's called Swedish ivy, some kind of ivy. And I was looking it up, but let's see if I could tell you. Maybe you want to try it yourself if I can find it. It's a real common ivy. Yeah, see, it's not giving it to me. And I'm realizing that might be growing in the backyard right now. Might have to pluck that baby out. Okay, so it's some kind of ivy. Anyway, and I would put it in water, and I would water plant to the point where I could just get close to it. I mean, I could get really close to it, and I would see the leaves literally reach out to me. Like it would be like, hi, the plant is saying, hello. Oh my God, I've been waiting for you all day. And you can have that kind of stimuli with the plants. The plants actually respond to you. You have a relationship with them. I was teaching my kids how to do that. You know, you can only do that when you embody oneness. So it's not about the plant, it's about the oneness that you share with the plant. When you allow yourself to immerse in the oneness, there are no limitations. You can become one with your computer. You can become one with your car. You become one with your plants. You become one with whatever you choose to become one with. Like I said, it starts with oneness. You guys are amazing. Do you have any questions? I have my cards, but we haven't used them, and we're going on an hour already. Anuki, thank you so much for your input. That was extraordinarily valuable. Very, very valuable. And Sally, in India, I would love to know, how do you decorate in India? Are you still here? How do you decorate in India? Do you use Feng Shui? Have you ever heard of Feng Shui or Bakwa? Or I'm sure you know about the Ayurveda and your dosha. I'm sure you do. And you know what? I think there's a test. Yeah, right here. Let me give it to you guys. Here is a test where you could figure out what your dosha is. What is your Ayurveda or your dosha? You can have two doshas. I do. It depends on, it depends on you. Depends on what you're made of. Depends on what you're made of. Does anybody have any questions they want answered real quick? Okay. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning here. I'm still wired from flying. I don't know if I have jet lag. I don't think so. It was a short flight, but the time travel was a little brutal on my body. And I had just actually calmed down from the flight there. And then it was time to go again. So my body is like, woo, oh, weird. No questions? All right. So if it's okay, I'm gonna say good night. And I will be back. I will be back Wednesday. Yeah, this was supposed to be for Monday, but it's Tuesday now. Thank you for bringing in Tuesday with me, you guys. It's pretty special. So I'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday night, about 11, and we will intentionally do Q&A. Q&A questions will be answered from either super chat, or of course you can Venmo me at choose underscore. No, I'm sorry. I have a business page now. It's Choose Pure Love, at Choose Pure Love on Venmo, and at Choose Pure Love 144 on PayPal. And I'll post it because I could be wrong. And then Choose Pure Love on Cash App. All right, guys. I'll give you one more minute just in case you have any questions. Tashira, thanks for popping up, my love. I'm glad to see you. And I'm looking forward. All right, all right, all right. I love you all. This was a chit chat. It was so enjoyable. Thank you, Anuki. You made it very enjoyable. And Saili, I love you from India. So sweet. Have an amazing day, you guys, whatever time of day or night it is for you. I'll see you Wednesday. Bye.